Hello everyone, and welcome to FinWiser Advisory. In this course, we are talking about financial modeling, DCF and comparable valuation. This course is divided into 16 modules. We are building a financial model on Tesla Motors. In Module 6, we will cover debt account. In this module, we will understand how to identify debt components on balance sheet, extracting the historical data from annual reports, creating placeholders for forecast period, calculating values in the forecast period. We will be using Microsoft Excel. In this template, there are 3 sheets named as Control Accounts 1 through Control Accounts 3, which step by step runs the user on how to build debt accounts. Historical income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow created in the previous modules are available in this as well. Once the user completes a module, the final outcome of that is available to be used in the next module. Now, let's start with the first sheet. What is debt? Debt is an amount owed for funds borrowed. The lender agrees to lend funds to the borrower upon a promise by the borrower to pay interest on the debt, usually with the interest to be paid at regular intervals. All the borrowings are shown under the liability section of the balance sheet. 1. Debt to be paid within next 12 months is classified as current portion, shown under current liability. 2. Debt to be paid after 12 months is classified as non-current portion, shown under non-current liability. The user needs to identify the different type of borrowings made by the company by referring to the balance sheet. For instance, in this case, Tesla has the following 2 types of debt. 1. Term debt. 2. Convertible debt. Both of the above are divided into current and non-current portions. Debt accounts for historical period are created using the following convention. Opening balance equivalent to previous year closing balance. Additions from cash flows. Reductions or repayments from cash flows. Closing balance sourced from balance sheet for historical years. As identified in the previous step, Tesla has the following 2 types of debt. 1. Term debt. 2. Convertible debt. So, the user needs to create similar structure for both type of debts as presented here, including both current and non-current portion. Let's set up the historical period, that is, 2011 and 2012 debt account for term debt. 1. Opening balance for long-term debt, row 10, is assumed equal to the previous period closing balance as done for year 2012 in cell E10. Since we don't have the 2010 year in the model, we can hardcore the 2011 opening balance from the annual statement. 2. Additions, row 11. This line items refers to new debt drawn during the year and are sourced from cash from financing section of the cash flow statement. In this case, term debt drawdown is available on the statement of cash flow sheet, row 48, and can be linked as shown here. Transfer to current portion, row 12, is the part of the loan to be paid in next 12 months and hence is transferred from long-term debt account to current portion. For instance, loan to be paid in 2014 will be marked as current portion in 2013 and moved from long-term loan balance to current loan balance in 2013. 4. Repayments, row 13, indicate the amount of debt repaid during the period and are sourced from cash from financing section of the cash flow statement and adjusted for repayment made via current portion. 5. Others, row 14, represent the adjustments to match the transactions with the reported closing balance and is calculated only during historical period. 6. Closing balance, row 15, sourced from balance sheet's long-term liability section. 7. Opening balance for current portion, row 18, is assumed equal to the previous period closing balance as done for the long-term portion. 8. transfer from non-current portion, row 19, equals the amount calculated in row 21, that is non-current debt closing balance for selected period. 9. Repayments, row 20, indicate the amount of debt repaid during the period and the opening balance of current portion of the debt during the period. 10. Closing balance, row 21, sourced from balance sheet's current liability section. Once the term debt account is set up, we can use the same steps to set up the convertible debt account. For the forecast period, we need to input relevant assumption like 1. Additions to long-term debt, row 11. 2. Transfer to current portion, row 12. 3. Repayment of long-term debt, over and above transferred to current portion. For rest all line items, extend the formulas used in historical period as mentioned in Step 2.